Hi YouTube and welcome to Maria's Kitchen. For tonight's menu, I have shrimp and salsa sauce. To start off, I'm using large shrimp. You can use any shrimp you want. I'm using raw shrimp. So you're going to clean it, and I left one here so that I can show you. I'm using 2 pounds of shrimp. You're going to peel off the skin or the shell. Alright, now it's up to you if you want to leave the tail. But for us, I usually just take off the tail, which will look like this. Now this is already deveined, and what you can also do is, you see here the deveined. So then here you flip it over on the other side, you take a knife, and you can also take out the other side as well, which would look like this. See? This is what you're taking out. Okay, that's how you clean the shrimp. Next thing we're going to do is you're going to rinse it in cold water. Okay, so the rest of these are already rinsed. I just rinsed down because that one I didn't have rinsed. And the next thing is I'm going to put a little bit of lemon juice. Instead of vinegar, lemon juice. That's about, for 2 pounds, use no more than a 1/3 cup. So, okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to mix it around. Whoops. Then with cold water again, you're going to add some cold water. And you don't want your shrimp to taste like lemon. You just want it to disinfect it. Okay. And you are going to pour it out. Okay? Next, you're going to season your shrimp. I'm using 2 sorbets of sazon. There's different sazon, so the one I'm using is con culantro and achote. Okay. Next, I'm going to use some adobo. Salt. Not a lot of salt because the shrimp already has salt. It comes from the sea. And some pepper. And you're going to use your hand. Turn this on for nothing. You got to mix it with your hand. So you get all the seasoning. It can be combined. You should have the same color on all of the shrimp. If you leave it like that, then this shrimp here is going to be salty. You don't want that. Okay, so before I finish that, I'm going to show you your next step ahead of time. And you're going to take, you're going to use red peppers, green peppers, and onions. 1 of each, 1 medium of each. And you're going to cut them into slices. And you're going to set them off on the side. So you're going to use some olive oil. You need a saucepan. And coat the bottom of your pan. Okay. And the first thing you're going to cook or saute will be your veggies. So let's saute that first. Okie dokie. You're going to saute that. Not for long, just until they start getting a little bit soft. Okay, my pan is hot enough. It's sizzling. I'm going to add like a pinch of salt and a little bit of pepper. So my peppers and onions are already sauteed. I put a little bit more of olive oil in the same pan. You don't have to rinse it. You're gonna add your shrimp. Now this, you're gonna cook it just until it starts to turn pink. Okay. This you're not gonna cook all the way. I'm gonna cover it. So it's not. It needs to cook a little bit more. You don't want to overcook this because when you do, it turns rubbery and it doesn't taste good. The reason why you cover it is so that it can evenly cook through. This is how your shrimp should look. When they're almost done, they tend to curl almost completely so it closes the circle. But like I said, we're not going to cook it all the way because we're going to cook it again. So you're going to put this in a bowl and then you're going to come back to the same pan. Okay, so my shrimp, I put it in a bowl on the side. And my pot needs a little bit more olive oil because it's dry, just a drop. Okay, now to this I'm gonna add garlic puree. So here I'm using Goya one this time. I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon. And to that I'm gonna add homemade sofrito. If you don't know how to make sofrito, there's a video on it. I made a video on it. 1 tablespoon as well. And mix that around. You just want to release the flavors. When you tend to add it to heat, it releases the flavor and the aroma, and that's what we want. Okay, to that, I have 3 cups of water. The reason why it's this color is because that's the water that was left from the shrimp when I cooked it. But I made the broth from the shrimp when I cooked it. But I made a mistake. I started making, you know, I had to put it on the side because I forgot to put to cook the garlic and the sofrito first. That's why it's that color. So it's 3 cups of water that I used plus whatever broth that was left from the shrimp. Okay. Now to that, I'm using this Nor, which is caldo de camarón, which is a cube. It's like a beef bouillon cube, but this one is for shrimp. And this is the size of it. See, so I'm using 1. I'm gonna add it here. Okay. To that, you're gonna add 2 cans of tomato sauce. Okay. And any sauce, any brand sauce you want to use, it doesn't have to be a certain brand. Okay. Try to get as much sauce out of the can as possible. Okay, now give it a quick stir. Okay. Now, to that, you're going to season it with some salt. Pepper. What we're doing is making the sauce for the shrimp now. And cumin. You're going to bring this to a boil. And you want your cube to completely disintegrate into the sauce. Okay, so bring it to a boil and then I'll let you know the next step. Alright, so my sauce is to a boil and my cube I cannot find. Now before you go on to the next step, make sure you taste it. And it shouldn't taste like pure tomato sauce. You should taste the salt, the pepper, and everything together. Okay, now for the next thing that we're going to add to it is sugar. Now I'm gonna start off with a scoop. Now the scoop that I'm using is this one right here. While my husband and daughter are there photo bombing, just pay attention to me. So this is what I'm using as a scoop. This is not an actual tablespoon. This is about 2 tablespoons. So I'm gonna add a scoop of this. And yes, that's right, sugar. That's what we're adding. Granulated sugar. And you're gonna stir the sugar. Make sure it completely dissolves. You don't want the little sparkly particles. Okay. And we're going to taste it. I'll let you know how many scoops of sugar I put and how many tablespoons that's equivalent to. Okay. This is just the sauce. The shrimp and the stuff are not in it. Let's taste it. Okay. We're going to add another scoop. Alright, now this you can serve it with white rice and sweet plantains on the side, which tastes really good, right? Or an avocado. Or you can make crispy plantain chips, which sounds good right about now. Maybe I'll do that. But I'm pairing it with white rice today. Okay, I think I can taste it now. Yep, that's how we want it. If you want a little bit more sugar, you can add to it. Okay, your next step, and final step, is you're gonna add your shrimp and your peppers and your onions that you lightly cooked earlier. We're gonna leave this here to cook, bring it to a boil. I'm gonna say 5 minutes. Try not to cook it any longer than 5 minutes because, like I told you earlier, the shrimp will turn rubbery. So what we're doing right now is we want to marry all of the ingredients together. Okay, now what I ended up adding of the sugar was 2 scoops of this, which is equivalent to 4 tablespoons of sugar, granulated sugar. I'm gonna cover it. Now, the taste, I told you to taste it. The taste you're looking for is a little bit of salty, but a little bit of sweet. So you want a combination of the both, not sweet and sour, sweet and salty, and not too sweet either. It has to be like just the right amount of sugar. Okay. Now this is for 3 cups of water that I used, and it's, you know, the cans. Okay. So let me leave that there for 5 minutes, and then I'll show you. Alright guys, so the shrimp is completely done. And look, it curled all the way just like I told you. And it closes the circle right there in the middle. Okay? So here I have on my plate white rice. I'm just serving you white rice. Okay. As neat as you try to make it look, it's gonna get messy. It's gonna get messy. And you put a little bit more shrimp. Okie dokie. So here you have it. This is how you make shrimp and salsa sauce. Okay, so thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe. Remember that you can always make the best in your kitchen. Your kitchen is where you create art. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.